Hi, everybody. It's Julianne Eason here from Thanet House Publishing. While everybody's jumping on this little live broadcast we have going on during our coffee break, I am going to pop over to Periscope here. I'm charging my phone, so I'm going to pop over to Periscope, make sure we're running both streams at once. Here we go. Today we're going to talk about a really cool tool that I know that you're ignoring. In fact, you probably did it, but you don't know that you can use it to sell. So we're going to turn that down, first of all, because I don't want to hear myself twice. Go live. Oops. All right, we are good. Perfect. Okay. So, actually, we're not live. Hang on. Just trying to make Periscope work. This is technology. We love technology, right? We're going to try it again. Here we go. Paste in the title. Perfect. Now we're live. All right. Awesome. Okay. Welcome if you're on Periscope. If you are on Facebook Live, wherever you are, welcome. This is going to be so much fun today because I am going to blow your minds. Unless you've listened to me before talking specifically about selling your nonfiction book, then you probably are overlooking this really cool tool. In fact, it's the most powerful tool you have for selling your book. And you've already got it. You just don't know you have it. So we're going to talk about that in just a second. But first, I'm Julianne Eason. I'm from Thanet House Publishing. I run the Nonfiction Book Academy, and we have a masterclass coming up on Thursday. That would be tomorrow. And you can go and find out more information about that, how to write a book that inspires, educates, and sells. There is the link, and the link will also be at the bottom of the post. So if you're watching this later, you can find it. And what else did I want to say? I don't know. Have a cup of coffee with me. I love these little 9 a.m. coffee breaks. They're so much fun. All right, let's get to what I have to share with you today. So the most powerful tool for selling your nonfiction book. Some people might say it's the cover, and they would be right. That's the first thing you've got to make sure your cover is tight. It's got to inspire, it's got to educate, and it's got to sell. Using the title, using the subtitle, using the design, using the back cover, all of those things. Your cover is a very important tool for selling your nonfiction book. However, there is an even more important tool that most authors just don't even give a second thought. And I was writing about this last night, and I was like, I really need to talk about this because people just don't realize what they've got. And so, so do you want to know what it is? Have I teased you enough? Somebody share something. Like share this on Twitter, share it on Facebook if you've got the capability right now, because all your friends need to know this thing. All right, da 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 da, do 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 do. Drum roll. Here we go. Your most powerful tool that's going to sell your nonfiction book, even if you're giving it away, but it's going to sell people on reading it and taking action on what's inside of it, is your table of contents. I'm serious. You're going, what? A table of contents is not going to be selling my book. Yes, it is if you do it right. Most table of contents, what is it? It's just like chapter 1 starts on page 7. Chapter 2 starts on page 23. Chapter 3 starts on page 50. So what? Who cares? Okay. I want you to take that mindset and flip it and understand that your table of contents is a sales piece. It is a weapon. It's the thing that is summarizing everything in your book. And it has the power to get people to go, oh, I need to know that. Okay, so instead of just saying chapter 1 starts on page 3, use the space, okay? This is your book. You can put whatever you want in that table of contents. There is no legal formatting requirements. There are no legal formatting requirements for a table of contents. You can put whatever you want in there. Okay, now it theoretically should, it should match what's in the book. It has to match what's in the book. Otherwise, you're lying to people. But as soon as people read the front cover and the back cover, they're going to open the table of contents. Or if they're on Amazon and they click that little look inside feature so that they can read through a little bit of the book, the first thing they're going to look at is the table of contents. Is this book for me? Is this book going to answer my questions? Is this book going to help me solve a problem? Do I need this book? Should I invest time and money to listen to what this author has to say? Do they know what they're talking about? They're going to make all those judgments just on your table of contents. If you do it right, okay? You want them to make those judgments in the table of contents. You don't want them, so if you have just chapter 1, page 3, chapter 2, page 17, if you just have that in your contents, people are going to skip over it, and then you're going to rely on them actually reading your book, the whole damn thing, to judge whether you actually know what you're talking about and whether you have the solution that they need. Okay, you don't want them to have to do that. You want them to know as soon as they read the table of contents, oh my God, this person has what I need. I got to learn this stuff. Okay. And that if you use your table of contents as a sales piece, as a marketing piece, then you will have that immediate judgment before they even start reading your book. They will buy the book, they will pick it up, they will read it, they will probably already be predisposed to listening to what you have to say, which means they'll read more of the book, which means they'll also take the action that you want them to take. They will either hire you to speak or hire you to do their taxes or buy your product or take your online course or whatever it is you want them to do that you're selling with this book that inspires, educates, and sells. They will already be predisposed to listening to you if you prove in your table of contents that you have what they need. They can read a table of contents in about a minute and a half if it's done well, maybe even 60 seconds, right? They can read it really, really quickly. It's a low investment of time. They're much more likely to read the table of contents than reading 200 pages of a book, okay? And if they open to the book on the wrong page and it's not inspiring, educating, and selling them immediately, they may close it and never come back. And you've wasted a huge opportunity using your table of contents. So what the hell am I talking about, right? This comes from my copywriting experience, which is like 30 years of writing stuff to sell, okay? We're selling people using writing. Now, I figured this out by accident. And once I did figure it out, it was like, it just blew my mind, okay? I figured it out by accident because when I was writing this book, this is The Profitable Business Author. It's my book. You can get it for free plus shipping there's I think we have 50 copies left at theprofitablebusinessauthor.com. If you want to go check it out, it's $7 to ship it out to you. But when I was writing it, I was working on the outline section. So I was teaching people how to do the outline. And the way that I teach outlining in the profitable in the IES method, the Inspire, Educate, Sell writing method. So this is a whole system I have for the way that you write a book. The way I teach that is to think of your target audience first and the goals that you want them to achieve. So you're basically listing out all of the questions that they have in their heads, right? So I wrote out this outline. Let me see if I can find the outline. And I had a total fake outline, right? I made up a book. It was a book about how to become, I'm trying to find the actual outline, but it's okay. I can't find it. I should have bookmarked it, right? That would have been good. Oh, here it is. Okay. So the fake business I had and the fake book that we were writing inside this book was how to become a dog groomer. Okay. Now let me explain something. I am not a dog groomer. I have never been to a dog groomer. I don't even own a dog. Okay? Seriously. I have no knowledge of any of this stuff. I don't. I have no idea. But I do know business people, and I know people who want to start business. I know the mindset of entrepreneurs, and I know the questions that they will have in their heads if they were thinking I would like to be a dog groomer. So what I did was I thought, and I'm like, okay, what's going to be in this book? In this book is going to be, let me just read it to you, learning how to groom. And then I just wrote down the questions people would have. How did I learn how to dog grooming? Who should be a dog groomer and who should not? What does a typical day look like? Is it a physically demanding job? Are there dog grooming schools? Do you need a formal education? It goes on and on and on. And then finding a location. How important is the location to the success of your business? What makes a good location? What makes a bad location? How much square footage do you need? Number 3, setting up your business. So you see how these are chapters, right? This is an outline, but what else is it? It's the table of contents, and it's a sales piece. Now listen, this is what happened. Okay. We went on, we had setting up your business with a whole bunch of questions. Like what are the best hours? Should you stay open on the weekends? Are there slow seasons? We had getting clients, best marketing strategies, stuff like that. So I put this out as a piece of content on my website, just like a blog post explaining how to do this and that it was cool. And I used this example from the book, of this dog grooming book. I had people email me, total strangers, out of the blue, saying, where can I get this book? They're like, where can I get this book? I gotta have this book. My niece wants to be a dog groomer so bad, and this book will answer everything she needs. I gotta get it. Where is it? I can't find it on Amazon. I searched. And a little light bulb went off over my head. Ding, ding, ding. I just sold a book that I totally made up. I made it up with no experience in the industry at all. Like, I don't even know anything about dog grooming or dogs, or I've never even been to a dog groomer. I don't even know what the buildings look like. So what that told me was, holy crap. If you write the outline in a certain way, and you create that outline the way that I teach it in the IES method, and you take that outline and you use it as the basis for your table of contents, you sell the damn book like that. Like, all you have to do is make sure that you know their questions are going to be answered in that book, and you put those things in the table of contents. Don't make them search for it. Like, let them know, in this chapter, you're going to learn boom, 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 right? In this chapter, you're going to learn this and this and this. In this chapter, we're going to apply it using this and this and this. And in this chapter, like, use all the space you want. You can have a table of contents that goes on for 17 pages if you want. That's a little bit much, but I'm exaggerating here. But you can have, many pages. You don't have to keep it on one page. And you don't have to, the most important thing in the table of contents is not the page number. All right. They will find the damn page number if they want that information badly enough. The most important thing is the way you're describing what is in the chapter, and piquing their curiosity and going, oh, I gotta know the answer to that question. I need that information. As soon as they know in their hearts that they need that information, you have sold that book. And not only have you sold that book, but you have gotten, if you've done a good job with the book and you've followed through and done everything else correctly, you have got a customer, like right there in your hand. You've got that customer. And books are passed around an average of 9 times before they just sort of disappear into the mist and are never seen from again. So one book can reach 9 people, 9 possible customers. And who knows how many more people those people are going to tell. All because you've put them in the mindset of, I've got to learn from this person right in the table of contents. Is this making sense to you guys? Like, is this mind-blowing or what? Because it was mind-blowing to me when I figured it out. And I've written every book since then using this method, and the tables of contents are amazing. Like, I spend a lot of time on those tables of contents because I know that that's a huge sales tool. All right, so let's talk about, I'm just going to read you the table of contents from this book, okay? And it looks like this. Let's see if you can see it. All right. So yeah, the page numbers are there, but I don't have chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. I don't even have numbers in here. I just have headings, bold headings for the major sections. and then a list of what's in there. It doesn't have to be identical to the captions, but it helps if people can find exactly what they want. So you'll notice on this one, see if I can put it up close enough. Oops, there we go. So I have a page number next to all of the subheadings. Okay. There's a page number next to each one. So let me just read this to you. There's a foreword by Russell Brunson, which is amazing because he's an awesome guy. But the first section is how can a book build your business? And then under that, inside that chapter, there's things like, can every business use this strategy? Why books are so powerful, or why are books so powerful anyway? But what if, question mark, what if what? See how this is engaging people's brains, but what if what? You know, the 6 stages of creating a book. Then I go into the planning section. And so this is a long list of things. What's the overall goal for your book? Who is your target reader? How to read your readers' minds. Do you want to read your readers' minds? If you know that those readers are customers, would you like to know how to read their minds and put everything they want inside your book? It's in here, right? You guys are all going to want this book. As soon as I'm done reading this table of contents, I'm proving this concept to you right now. And you can totally go get it. Like profitablebusinessauthor.com. It's free plus shipping. Woo! Anyway, so are you writing the right book for your business? Preliminary title, start thinking about a cover now, how to get endorsements, how to pre-sell readers on your expertise, planning out your budget. Then there's the writing section, the secret to a great outline, how do you build a framework, 19 nonfiction book elements to consider including in your book. Wow, that's a lot, right? 19 essential elements. Different ways to write a book, finding your unique voice. A lot of new authors are really, really worried that they won't be able to find their voice. They don't know how to find their voice. They don't even know what voice really means. They just know they're supposed to have it, right? So this explains that. Images and artwork, front and back matter, time management. And then there's an editing section. What should you edit at this stage? When to hire a professional editor, beta readers, how to hire an editor. How much do editors charge and how long does it take? That's a pretty big question, don't you think? How to help your editor. Publishing and distribution. What exactly does a publisher do? Here's the dirty little secret about publishing. What's the dirty little secret about publishing? I want to know, right? I'm reading this going, hey, I haven't read this book in a while. I need to go back and read it again, even though I wrote it. Distribution basics, bookstore distribution, online retailers, bypass distribution, and special sales. Then there's marketing. I'm not going to read the whole thing. There's marketing your book, profiting from your book. How do you really make money with a book? Types of back-end products, types of back-end services, organizing your back-end into a logical progression, how to move people through your product progression. So like it goes on and on, okay? I have a 3-page table of contents. All of that proves in about 60 seconds that if my target audience if somebody here is one of my target customers, one of my target people, they're a business person who wants to write a book, and you read that table of contents, you're going to buy this book. And the best part is I'm giving them away, right? All you have to do is pay shipping. You can't even get them on Amazon anymore. They're out. So that's just one example. I'm going to give you another example with a different book that I did not write, just to show you how powerful a really good table of contents is. So let's look at this other book. Actually, I wanted another cup of coffee. I keep forgetting these are coffee breaks and I never drink coffee, right? All right, so this book is called How to Make Real Money Selling Books Without Worrying About Return, a complete guide to book publishers' world of special sales. It's by Brian Judd. It's an amazing book. It's an older book, but it really is an eye-opener about if you want to sell nonfiction books, like where else you can sell them besides bookstores, because bookstores have weird rules and they're finicky and they return your books and you have to pay them back, and it's just not a pain. There's way better places to sell books than bookstores. Okay, so this table of contents is laid out a little bit different. It's 2 pages long and it gives a lot of information. So you can see here, right? Chapter 1, chapter 2. So it's in 2 columns, and that's so that they can fit more information on the page. If they hadn't done it this way, it probably would have been like a 6-page table of contents. It's important that you can get the information there really quickly because people want to decide in like 10 seconds whether they're going to even look at this book or not. So they've got, what is non-trade marketing? How long will your book sell? The sectors of non-trade markets, dual distribution, Chapter 2 is non-trade retail markets. So it goes through all of the ones that are in there. Discount stores and warehouse clubs, airport stores, supermarkets and drugstores, cable television shopping networks. Have you thought about that one for your book? Display marketing companies, museums, zoos, aquariums, and parks. Gift shops, specialty stores, book clubs, catalog marketing, right? All of those are things that he covers in chapter 2. So if chapter 2 is that full, imagine what chapter 6 must be like. So let's see what else. Do your homework before you start selling is chapter 4. Define your target buyers, segment the mass market, understand your competition and differentiate your title, conduct simple market research, perform basic test marketing, find potential buyers, qualify, classify, and prioritize your list of potential buyers, match benefits to buyers. I bought this book off the table of contents. I read through this and I'm like, holy moly, I need this book. Now, this book was put out in 2009. So it's almost 10 years old. Okay? It hasn't been updated, I don't think. So I know, but I still want to know, and I still refer to this. I still have I have a bookmark in here that my daughter finger painted, and she's 23 now. So right, that's how old this book is for me. I love this book, and I bought it off the table of contents, and your books can be sold the same way. I just want you to realize how powerful that table of contents really, truly is. And the more curiosity that you can build with the way that you write the table of contents, not just the way that you organize it, but the way that you actually write the sentences in your descriptions. Okay? So powerful. If I can sell people on a book that I totally made up with no experience, just using a table of contents, you can do it too. Okay? Think about it. Table of contents equals sales piece. Probably the most important sales piece that you're going to create. All right. And the beautiful thing is you can pull those things out of the table of contents and use them later for other marketing pieces. Okay. All right. We're at 22 minutes. Holy crap. This was a long coffee break and I still haven't had my coffee. All right. So this has been Julianne Easton from Thana House Publishing. I hope that this was really, really informative. If it was, share it. Share it with all your friends who are writing books. Invite them to come to these coffee breaks. Talk about it with your friends. Figure out how you can turn your table of contents in your book into something super powerful. And here's one more tip, okay? Don't wait till the end of the process to write your table of contents. That's what everybody does. They wait until the whole book is done, and then it's an afterthought. It's something they do really quickly because they just want to get it done and get it out there, and they're exhausted. I like to write my table of contents as I'm writing the book. Actually, probably not the first draft, but the second and third drafts, once we're going through and we're finalizing everything that's going to be in the chapter. Every time I run across something that I know is a nugget that people will be curious about, I put it in the table of contents. So I'm building it organically as I'm finalizing the manuscript so that number one, I don't have to do it later. It's already done. And number two, I'm really, really focused on how is this table of contents going to sell my book? Because that's what it's all about, right? You're attracting those clients and customers to your business because they've read your book. And even if you give your book away, you're still selling them on reading the book. All right. Enough for today. This is Julianne Easton. Have a fantastic Wednesday. If this has been really helpful for you, share it. Share it in your writing groups. Share it in your business groups, whatever you like to spread this far and wide. And I will see you tomorrow at 9. Oh, tomorrow, if you're coming to the masterclass, I can't wait to talk to you. Be there live. It's going to be a blast. The link is above or below this video somewhere if you want to go sign up for it. We're going to teach you how to write a book that inspires, educates, and sells. All right. Bye-bye for now, everybody.